Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. And once again, welcome back in the Unknown to Known episode number 48 with Atul Grover, or I can say Learn and Grow together with Atul Ji. Today, I have a special guest, Mr. Rajesh Singh. Hi, Rajesh, welcome in the podcast.
Thank you, Atul. Thank you so much.
So, Rajesh, we'll start the session as per our tradition. We'll take 10-20 second pause. We'll pray to God so that what we are going to be shared today, because everybody know that AI is like a big thing. And we wish that what we want to communicate to our users, to our viewers, to our friends, to our colleagues should go in the same manner. So let's take 10-20 second pause, pray to God to give us the power, word, and strength so that what we want to communicate should go in the same direction. And then we'll start the session formally with the introduction.
So,
Okay. So
yes.
Rajesh, just to be tell to everybody, Rajesh is someone to whom I follow in my early days of service now, that how to become the rising star. So, Rajesh, I guess you were a rising star as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll come to this discussion. So before that, who is Rajesh Singh? What he's doing at point of time? Where are you based out? And how this AI come in your mind? Over to you,
Oh,
Rajesh.
thank you, Atul. First of all, I'm glad that you feel like I'm worthy enough to talk on these topics. I'm overwhelmed, actually, to be frank. And about myself, Rajesh Singh, I'm having an overall 20 years of work experience in application development space, but in service now, 10 to 12 years, and I'm based off Singapore. Okay, and I've been working for many public sector clients in ASEAN region across the ASEAN, like Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines. I'm right now in Bangkok on one of the client with to meet one of the client, and I'm working for Vietnam and different clients in different public sector clients, public sector and banking clients. Okay, so now the overall I told you, right, I 10 to 12 years in service now, and I enjoy working with trying to solve the big complex business problems on areas like SPM, GRC, SecOps. These are my main interest areas. Now, coming to the AI, right? AI was, I'll tell you, like we all have followed that pattern. If you remember in 2015, 2015 and 2016, that I mean, a craze of learning AI got started, right? A lot of people have started.
Yes.
Have you heard about Andrew Ng from Coursera? He
Not
is
completely, but
he
Scorcer, I know. Yes.
Yeah, he is actually people call him, like, godfather of a teacher of an AI, where
Okay.
he started this Coursera, and he
Okay.
started with a very fundamental course. Okay, and that was a fantastic course. In fact, I would say that's a Bible for every, you know every AI person who want to start. Okay,
Nice.
Coursera,
Okay.
the fundamentals of AI by Andrew Ng. And uh, in 2016, I started learning that one. I started learning concepts like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, deep learning, all these things. At that time, there was no generative AI, by the way. If it is there, then I don't know with what top with it, maybe with a different term, but there is no term called generative AI, at least in my reference. Okay,
Okay.
and then I started learning mathematics concepts like calculus, differentiations,
Yep.
probability, metrics. Okay, these are
Okay.
the four important mathematics concepts is required for you to learn and understand the AI. But then I learned. I spent 2 years. I learned from Coursera. I also got a certification degree from John Hopkins University. But to be frank, uh, I never got any opportunity to work on AI. Then I closed my chapter over there. and I continue my service now. But last 1 year back, right, we got an opportunity in IBM. IBM is like, you understand, right? They are doing
Yes.
AI from very long, and I got an opportunity to work on Watson
Okay.
projects. Okay, and to be frank, here even in ServiceNow right now, what we are doing, everyone, is not a AI. Let me understand. Please
Sure.
understand, everyone, guys. We are not doing AI. AI doing AI is something developing LLM. Okay, we are using LLM to develop a AI
AI,
agents.
right.
So,
Okay.
so we are not doing AI in ServiceNow or in anywhere. We are doing pure software engineering using LLM components. So, so
Okay.
what we were doing is the same thing. We were also doing, we were using Watson X capabilities, and we are trying to develop the AI agents, and that is where I got my first break. And
Okay.
last 6 months back, I got to opportunity to work for a one of the client on ServiceNow AI agents, and that
Oh,
is
wow.
how I started my journey in ServiceNow AI agent, and I started my YouTube channel. Right
Yep.
now, AI time, and I thought like it's a good time to start share my knowledge, whatever I have. And
Hmm.
trust me, I'm just a small fish in this big ocean. There are
Okay.
many great people over here. I mean,
Okay.
I don't treat myself even a small fish, even a small organ is, I would say, a small fish, tiny fish in this big ocean.
Okay.
So
So,
yeah.
so Rajesh, you talk a lot, means LLM, generative AI, software engineering, your 20 years of experience in the application development, public sector. Let me break these things in a little bit, and then we go step by step.
Yeah.
Now, I see one question has been put, that is service now in the public sector as well? And when you say the public sector, what exactly that mean? Is mean like service now supporting to like government stuff, that is a public sector, or like different industries are considered the public sector?
Any industries which is directly impacting the public, for
Okay,
example, healthcare,
okay,
right? I'm working for one of the Ministry of Health sector,
okay,
where we are actually solving patient problems
okay.
using ServiceNow,
Oh,
and
nice.
it is
Okay,
used in very, very extremely large scale. Okay,
okay.
forget about
So,
the healthcare. We are
mhm,
also using ServiceNow for defense organization,
yes,
military purchase, all
right.
these things. Yeah.
Okay, so it means like healthcare and defense kind of things. So something similar, I can say that we are using service now, incident change or their project management, their rollouts, their requests. So all these modules we're using, or something different considered in the public sector kind of stuff.
It's a mix of both. We are
Okay.
using incident problem change, we are using
Hmm.
GRC, we are using SPM, and
Hmm.
also there are custom applications as well, and mix
So
of both as well.
okay, so we build it for the respective industry, and then with the collaboration or the collection of out of the box modules plus the custom we are giving to our public sectors, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hope Ravish, your doubt is now clear because you put this question. That's a good one. Now I'm coming to little bit on your experience perspective, your introduction perspective. 20 years in the industry, 10 years or 12 years almost in the service now. So are you coming that age, or I can say your hair has been gone from Spin to the jury release? That's correct.
Yeah, yeah.
So what was your first version of service now you use it?
To be frank, I don't even remember. I think the first version, I don't even remember. It is the very early days. Like I started using it in 14, 15,
So it means
14,
somewhere
no, 13, 14.
Eureka Fuji somewhere. That's the time period because I was
I
also the
remember, I remember I worked in Eureka for sure.
okay,
But
okay.
prior to that versions, I'll tell you the initial
Kelm.
version was so pathetic. In fact, the first time when I started my career, like to be frank, they asked me to do the testing for
Hmm.
one of the bank. Okay, they
Okay.
asked me, Rajesh, ServiceNow have came down. Can you take a training, ServiceNow admin training, and can you do the testing? We are replacing Remedy with the ServiceNow at that time. and
Okay.
they asked me to learn the admin and do the testing. And it was so pathetic that I gave all negative feedbacks about the ServiceNow. And then immediately in the next year, it turned out to be all opposite. Like
Okay.
I just like that, application.
So I guess from the UI, you're talking about the term from the UI 15 and then the UI 16 come in the picture.
Oh,
From
my,
that favorites are there and
in fact, there is a prior version to 15. It was like look like a very look like our older version of IRCTC.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes. Got it.
pathetic,
Got it now.
so
So, so,
pathetic.
so might be question to our viewers. You can
Hmm.
put your answer that from which version of service now you start learning it. I am from the age of somewhere Eureka and Fuji. That time I start using service now. Okay. No, London is not in the 2014 because I'm from the 14 side, so it
Yes.
was like Eureka and Fuji. London just came, I guess, 4 years or 3 or 4 years back only. Okay. Now the second thing which you pick up is very big term called the software engineering. What is the meaning of the software engineering here? Because I saw you're taking this term a lot that we are doing the software engineering and we're not using this AI. What exactly come in the software engineering and how this is related with the AI? I'm
Okay.
a to be called I'm a process consultant. I'm not a software engineer. It
Hmm.
means is it AI not for me? LLM is not for me.
Okay, AI is definitely for everyone, that is for sure. And
Mhm.
when I say software engineering, let me differentiate between what people generally think that even I'll tell you, for example, ChatGPT is purely LLM. Okay,
Okay,
LLM based on created from certain concepts of AI, right? But there are certain applications which has created out of ChatGPT using ChatGPT APIs, right? Have you seen?
okay,
I mean, there are many applications. If you go to the plugins, there are many applications which are using ChatGPT as a LLM, and they are creating those. Those are nothing but those are not AI tools. Those are
okay,
purely a smart software work done by a smart guy. They are just a simple application, same like any other applications. They are using the brain of LLM. They're using the capability of LLM. That means
okay.
they are not doing any LLM. They are not building any model to feed the data so that the machine can learn and they can develop the intelligence. That we can talk in coming session, like
Yes,
what is AI when we talk about that AI. They are not doing that one. They got the ready-made engine. They're just consuming that engine and they are making
putting
their
the
work easy.
answers. Okay,
That's it. That is
and
software engineering for me.
okay, and you're talking the term is LLM. Is it large lay of motivation or something else, or long, long man, or something like that?
Okay, large language model. It's simple.
Large language
Language
model.
model. Okay,
Okay,
LLMs are several types actually.
okay,
If you say like LLMs are like it's a one of the type of it's one of the type within generative AI. Okay, what is
okay.
generative AI again? We have to start from little basic so that people
Okay,
can understand.
let's do one thing. Let's do one thing because I see Manoj put a lot of questions that how to we start learning AI. Can you guys please talk about deep understanding about the AI agent and AI control tower? Everything will be there. So Manoj, just to be clear, we will see that how much we can cover it because the purpose of this particular session is not to go completely AI side of the service now, but we're going to be start with the basics one and believe me, I already booked Rajesh for another session to go more on the deep dive. Might be after 2 or 3 months somewhere because he's quite busy, so we'll pick up this part. So now the question come again, generative AI, LLM, because I know that AI is AI. Your AI, my AI is AI. But why you're saying that it is a generative AI, not a simple AI? So according to
Good
Rajesh
point.
Singh,
Hmm.
as per the software engineering, Rajesh, software engineering principle, what is AI mean? Simple
Hmm.
words.
Okay. See, AI is nothing but I'll put it in a very simple for
Mhm.
everyone benefit.
Or if
I'll
you
put
have some kind of a screenshot, some kind of flow, you can show as well in the present in the format.
I do have, but
Okay.
for these basics, I don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So AI is an ability of a. Machine could be a computer or any application. Okay, ability of a machine to learn from the data and
Okay.
solve the business problems like a human. That's a AI for me in my language.
Okay.
Okay, learn from the data and solve the business problems or think, react like a human.
Okay. So,
That's a AI for me.
okay.
I'll explain. I'll explain. When a kid born, right, he don't know
Mhm.
anything.
Correct.
Your environments, right? Your friends, your kid, the kid friends, teachers, parents, they teach him everything, right? Over the period of time, they teach
Right.
him the what is what. They teach him with the words, numbers, and shapes, and also they teach him context. That is more
Yes.
important. Okay, and over the period of time, if you show him orange, okay, and tell him what shape it is, he will
It's
immediately
a
say circle
circle, right?
because you have fed some data,
Okay.
contextual data in his brain. If you show him two pencils, okay, ask him how count how many, he will say two. If you
Two,
show
right.
fingers, he will still say two. The object got changed, but still
Change.
he understood what is
Context is
the
same.
goal.
So,
Yeah,
so it
context is,
so
yeah.
it means for the AI, data
Mm.
is hard, I can say.
Yeah, it is, data is fuel, data is heart. Yeah, whatever you can say,
So,
it is
okay,
everything.
okay, okay. Now, what is generative AI? Because you say that we have multiple type of AIs. So, what does that
Right.
mean?
Okay, before answering generative I have to explain you what is AI here. Now, when
Okay.
I explained the kid example, right, you
Hmm.
replace kid with the machine. Okay.
Yes.
Now, imagine you are feeding lots of terabytes, petabytes of data to the machine, and
Right.
machine is you having some algorithms. What algorithms are those? Like Navier-Bayes theory, neural network, deep
Okay.
learning, all these things. Using that, they learn the patterns. Okay,
Okay.
for example, say example, you feed 10,000 picture of cats or mouse,
Right.
and you tell them, you ask them. I have, in fact, I have that in my GitHub repository. Okay,
Right.
if you show them cat picture, it will based on the previous training, it will correctly identify it is a cat or it is a mouse because
Okay.
the cat has a the pointy ears and the
Pointy
dog
yes.
has the
Right.
floppy ears. So,
Right.
with that difference, and there are many differences, with that they can understand the difference. So that is AI, right? Human intelligence and AI intelligence, we understood. Both
Okay.
needs the same data. Now, now you understand, like, there are different types of AI,
Hmm.
which is supervised learning, unsupervised learning,
Okay.
and reinforcement learning, deep learning. Okay,
Okay.
these are called as traditional AIs, like old, I mean, previous generation AIs. Okay,
Okay.
very quickly, supervised is what? You have the input data, you have the
Yes.
output data, you put both as a training, and you tell them that, okay, if this A and B comes, then C is the answer. If A1 and B1 comes,
Hmm.
C1 is the answer. Similarly, if tomorrow, if I have A2 and B2, you have to ask AI model to predict C2. So based on the previous training data, it will clearly understand the what is the outcome. For example, in incident management, right, you want to understand the categorization of incident based on certain fields, like based on short description, based on certain fields, it will automatically categorize the category of an
Category
incident,
solve. Okay.
or yeah, or the assignment group of an incident. So that's a simple supervised learning. There is unsupervised learning, is basically clustering the grouping
Okay.
of similar objects based on certain patterns. Okay, and it does using certain mathematics algorithms. Now there is a reinforcement learning, like a robot is walking, right? If it
Right.
falls down, that is treated as a negative, and if it is going correct, it is treated as a positive. In AI language, we call it as a a reward and penalty. Like
Okay.
robot
So if it's going good, so it's a reward. If fall, it's penalty.
penalty.
Okay.
Similarly, learning. Deep learning is also like smart cars, right? Smart cars. They
Yes.
do series of layers of training, or
Okay.
I can give you that is quite tough for me to explain. I'll give you one good example. Dog. You upload the dog picture to
Okay.
your to your model,
Okay.
and you tell them what picture it is. First it will trying to identify that image layer by layer. So first layer
Oh,
it will try to find edges, and then it will try to find the object, then it will try to find the color and match the environment, and then it will say, oh, it is a dog. That is called
okay.
deep learning, layer by layer learning. Now these are all called your traditional AIs. Now it comes a generative AI. Now, if you noticed in traditional AI, you all are actually creating some intelligence out of the
Okay.
existing data. But in
Intelligence.
generative
Okay. Okay.
intelligence, okay, actually it's not intelligence. It's not creating an intelligence. Right word is it is actually taking some decision. Okay,
And
whether
based
to
on the
go forward
data, based on the
based on the
data
data.
which, okay.
Yeah. Well, now, what generative AI is bit advanced thing. What it doing is based on the existing data, it creates a new data, which is not
Okay.
happening in the previous AI models. Like,
Okay. So
okay,
means a set of data, and I'm using the data and building a new data instead of saying the subset.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
I
Okay.
can explain you this in a very simple terms. Okay, for example, if let's play that game. Okay, with everyone, maybe people
Yes, yes,
can
definitely.
okay. If I say sun is sun is how do I say, there could be a multiple possibility. um okay, sun is bright,
Okay.
sun is hot, sun
Okay.
is shining. Okay, see, sun is you put a in ChatGPT, you put a sun
Yes.
is, okay, but there are three options: bright, hot, and shining.
Shiny, right.
Which one is the most suitable term for that one?
Shining or bright, mainly use bright as well. If people say it's a bright day, it's a sunny day, it's a shining day, right? Kind of things. But
Yeah, I
hot, no,
mean,
no, hot,
maybe
nobody
people
use
can
it.
guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people can guess.
Might be, yes, I can ask, might be Ganesh, Sonam, Manoj, Ajay, Nishchal,
Yeah, sun is hot, or
Nikhil.
sun. You replace after sun is, there are three words: hot, bright, or shining.
So it means you want to know what is a common word used by the public.
I'll tell you, like which
Okay.
one you think is the most
Okay.
suitable.
My answer is shining.
Okay, did anyone responded here?
People, let's see. People are responding. No, nobody's responding. But let's say
Okay, okay,
in the
okay.
mean.
I'll tell you what happens. Actually, I told you, right? It all depends on the data. Actually, there is
Okay.
no right or wrong answer. What you said
Correct.
is also right. What I'm going to say is also right. But it purely depends on the data. In data, if the data says in the data in your ChatGPT is trained on certain petabytes of data, right?
Right.
On that data, if sun is followed by hot or bright or shining, which term is repeating a lot of time? Suppose
Hmm.
sun is bright is repeated for 350 times.
Okay.
Sun after sun is hot, hot is repeating for 200 times, and shining is repeating for 100 times. Now the probability of uh,
Getting the same word
brightness
again.
is highest, right?
Okay.
Brightness is highest after sun is, right?
Okay.
So the chat GPT, what it does is it takes the highest probability word matching to the my previous word. N-
Okay. And give me the
and when
results.
and give me the results. Now the look at the beauty is each the sun is treated as a one token, and the bright
Okay.
is treated as a another token. Now you may say, Rajesh, the context, the sun is bright could be a right answer, but sun is hot could be also a right answer in different context.
Right.
Then you know what this generative AI does is they also add the flavor of context token.
Okay.
That's why we in ChatGPT we put as a business analyst. Can
I
you
want this. Okay.
do this? Okay, we put the context token first,
Okay.
so that
To narrow down our results so that we can get the accurate results, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. And now if I take it forward, sun
Hmm.
is bright. Okay, the brightness probability is higher. Now
Higher.
if I take it step forward and say sun is bright and warm and shining and
Hot.
how do I say beautiful, something like
Okay.
hot. So which word is again the most suitable one? Wherever you find the probability of that word is
Is
highest,
highest.
that will come the
So
next.
so it means if we talk about this data, so these kind of data has a lot of frequency, lot of count actually, and it take in the processing for this one. My God. So we
Now you touched a very beautiful topic. I'll tell you,
so it
these
means
words.
if I put something in chat GPT and
Mm,
it go and search in the million billions of records and then give me the accurate words as per my context, because the
okay.
word which you pick up context is very much important. As per the business analyst score model, we have a
Mm,
BACCM, and that say C is
mm,
must when you talk about the requirement, and that is context.
mm,
Because sun is hot is good today, but if I say is sun is hot today, might be answer get
mm,
changed, because today is the
mm,
context. It's a weather, as I said, Rajesh, sorry, Ajay also say it's based on the prompt. It's based on the
mm,
situation. So if today it's a rainy, definitely it's not a
mm.
hot, it's not a bright.
Perfect.
Okay, got it.
Perfect.
Nice.
And you tell you these tokens, the context token,
Mhm.
the prompt token. The sun is nothing but prompt token.
Yes.
First is context token, the prompt token, and then the proceeding tokens. All these chain up to form a response, your chat GPT response.
Okay.
That is your generative AI response. That is how it works. That's why, if you see your response, the service now, they're all charging you based on the tokens.
Tokens, right? So it means, so good point. So if I put something in English and hitting enter, it's considered as
Mm.
a prompt,
It is. It is.
and it
It
will
is
it
a
is it is chargeable.
context prompt.
Yes.
Context prompt. Yes, it is chargeable. It is chargeable.
Oh, so writing is important here. That how beautifully and accurately you write in a one go, so that you can get the answer easily.
And then one more thing before I lose the context. Don't write the lengthy prompt
Okay.
because even ChatGPT lose the remaining items. They only capture the first, I think, three, four or lines. It depends on how powerful it is. What I
Okay.
heard, what I learned from the papers is the shorter the prompt, the better the output.
Hmm.
Okay. Longer prompt, actually, we feel like we put all the garbage, we will get the good result. No, that is not true. Because
Definitely.
understand the prompting, even you touched one very important point that hey, look, if I put the prompt, that means it has to search for thousands of all these things, right? Thousands of words, and yes, it does. And you know what? There is a training, and that's why you need a GPUs. And GPUs are so powerful that it can learn petabytes of data in minutes or seconds. I don't know, to be frank, on the GPU side. But what I heard from my bookish knowledge is it keep learning lot of things in seconds, minutes.
I know the CPU. What is GPU?
GPUs,
No,
graphical
that
processing unit.
very good. I have to be order LT now. That is sorry, AT now. That is element trainings. I have to get the elements so that
Mm,
okay. So I'll just put one point as well. So Nikhil put a question, not a core might be statement. So basically, based on the context and the historical data, AI provide the results. Is that correct?
absolutely, that's correct.
And okay, one more thing, because Definitely being a consultant, I have to be write the stories, I have to be write the documentation as well. And in my case, I put a lot of spelling mistakes. So how that spelling mistake affect my chat GPT or my AI performance?
Uh, to be frank, I haven't touched this topic in
Okay.
my learnings.
Because
During my learning, I when I learned done the course, right, the spelling mistake part was not covered, but I remember anything that spelling correction is happening before before prompt going to LLM itself. You know that
so it,
correction is
it it
happening
means
before
it's like
going to
a
LLM.
data massaging done at the
Yes,
client side only, and then it go to the
yes,
server side to get the results.
yes,
In ServiceNow terms,
yes.
if we talk about the like scripting kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Now, one question I have definitely a lot of good discussion, and I request to everybody if you have some question related to these concepts because not the knowledge Rajesh you bring on the platform is very wide. So I have to be
Thank
order
you.
some elements today. That's the one. Okay. Now let's if we talk about the ServiceNow perspective. So what your thoughts that how ServiceNow is using AI means is it just a hype or is it actually using or solving the business problem of the customer? Because I saw a lot of videos as well, and I know that due to in the COVID time you start putting the flow charts for the different problem statements. I still remember that.
Mhm.
Don't worry, I still remember that. So multiple flow charts you put for the different business cases from paper to practical. How you think in the ServiceNow ecosystem it's working?
Oh, ServiceNow. See, to be frank, there are many great people in ServiceNow. I mean, I'm no one to tell them whether they are going good out. But if you ask me feedback,
Your thoughts,
they
right?
are the best. I mean, I would say best, much better than any other. Of course, they don't. Okay, now only concern what I have is they claim they have the now LLM, which I
Okay,
don't know. I don't have any visibility. Where I even doubt, like they have the LLM or not, or they done the white labeling from other LLM and they are, I mean, sorry to say this, but I feel it is not, no, I don't have any visibility on what is capability of now LLM. But
okay,
yes, it is powerful. And you know what? My friend, my IBM colleagues, we have done internally one experiment. Okay.
okay.
We have actually feeded some data to now LLM, okay, in ServiceNow, and we got certain output. And we have done the same thing with Google Gemini 2.5. And to your surprise, we got the exactly same response. And
Oh,
we have done the similar experiment with
ServiceNow AI is
with OpenAI. We got a
okay.
different response. Okay,
Oh,
so you can understand, and we have given the context and training materials, and it is, and you know, I feel like it is used, they are using at the back end, they are using Google Gemini. That's, I'm sorry, but I may be no voice here, so I have no but I'm just, this is my assumption.
thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I want to that's okay. That's totally fine. That what ServiceNow is building, we're using it and we're making it is more better as well. Now the question come because being a process consultant, the first question come to me from the customer. What is the use cases of AI, Gen AI agent, and now this kind of things? What is your experience? Because you said that you work in this area for a long time now, and you're reading the papers as well. Definitely, just to be let everybody know that me and Rajesh has a discussion that he's planning to go for his PhD as well soon. So hopefully we get Dr. Rajesh might be down the line 3 or 4 years, and then I'll invite again. So
Thank you.
let's come to specific of the ServiceNow ecosystem. What are the use cases of Gen AI or agentic AI kind of things in ServiceNow ecosystem?
Okay, before answering that question, I want to make it a little bit interactive, okay, here for the audience. How many of you know what is the basic difference between AI agents and agentic AI, agentic workflows? Okay, just a simple words. And what is uh, AI orchestrator, and what is service AI agent tools does in a very simple language. Okay.
To be
If
frank, I have no
then I
idea.
have to break down this subject, these topics. It will be very useful for technical and non-technical people who really want to break into ServiceNow AI. Okay, and now we are not going to talk about generic AI. We are going to only talk about ServiceNow AI. But I will
Yes.
also compare that with other AI agent tools in the market like LangGraph, Watson, and Na10. Okay, there are other tools in the market who who does amazing jobs. I would say there are pros and cons for both the approaches. What is the difference between ServiceNow AI agent and other tools? Okay, let's start with LLM. We know LLM is basically generating a text, images, or audio or anything. It can generate
Right.
anything. Okay, okay. Now, what is AI agent? It use LLM tools and workflows. Okay,
Okay.
AI agent is nothing but it use tools, it use LLM, it use workflows, etc. I will explain that with example. What is that? Okay, and what is agentic workflows? Agentic workflow is nothing but he is a supervisor who tell AI agent who instruct AI agent, okay, for this task you take up, for this task you take it up. Okay, he's like an instructor for all the
Okay.
AI agents within the ServiceNow agentic workflow. Okay, sorry. Basically, the that's a AI orchestrator.
Orchestrator, right.
That's a AI orchestrator which instruct all the AI agent. Whereas ServiceNow agentic workflow is nothing but it's a use case. It's a group of AI agents. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So now
So
that's a orchestrator. Yeah.
okay. So now what are the, because everybody say, hey, I want to be use service now. What is the use case? What is the use case? Use case is going to be very wide term nowadays. Everybody say, what is the use case of this one? Like sometimes my son say, I need this thing. What is the use case for this one? So
Mm,
what are the use case of generative AI agent in ServiceNow ecosystem? Which if my client say, hey Atul, I want to be implement AI in my project, what you can
mm,
bring it for me? Like incident summary, knowledge article, what specific from your perspective might be, if I say let's pick up something from the
mm,
ITSM
mm,
CSM perspective, but I want to be more interest, sorry, more interested to be know about the public sector. Like, have you done anything on the healthcare perspective? Have you done anything on the defense perspective? Might be small use case, not the detailed one, because we don't have
mm.
that much time.
I can explain, but there are certain topics in that. But people
Mhm.
can correlate. If yes, then I will first cover some introduction about those topics first.
Go ahead,
Okay.
please, please.
Okay, like we know AI agents, we know agentic workflows, we know now now how the AI see within the agentic workflow we have a small AI agents who do their individual task,
Right,
right? Now, how do this agentic workflow within agentic workflow we have a orchestrator, okay,
right.
who instruct the AI agents what to do, right? Now, how do this orchestrator communicate with this AI agents? What ways?
Yes.
In ServiceNow, we use workflows,
Okay.
subflows, all this concept. Okay. Even this one AI agent communicate with other AI, one agent communicate with other agent using workflows in ServiceNow.
Mhm.
But you know what? How it happens outside of ServiceNow? There is something concept called A to A by Google. Agent
Agent
to
to agent,
agent.
agent to agent,
Yes.
right.
They, the beauty of that protocol is here in ServiceNow, it is very rigid. You have to define, okay, you can only define talk to this agent only for this purpose, nothing else, right?
Right.
It's not dynamic. Whereas
Set,
in A to A,
fix.
yeah,
Okay.
it's fixed. In A to A, once you fix all the AI agents in that system, you can dynamically that one agent can speak to any agent in any point of time.
So it is
That
like a
is
one to many relationship if I come to A to A,
yes,
or man to
yes,
many
yes.
relationship.
No, there is no. It is dynamic relationship. You can whenever you want it, you can and it is one to many. Obviously, one to many, but you can establish whenever you want, and you
Okay.
can. That's a dynamic relationship. Whereas in ServiceNow, you have to well define everything, very rigid and very workflow oriented. Okay, whereas this is not workflow oriented. And if
Okay.
there is any change, imagine, I'll tell you, explain you with some example. Imagine if there is any change in the requirements, the A2A can easily adopt, whereas these guys, you need to do certain modification.
Modification changes, right? Configuration changes,
But
right?
there
Okay.
is a pros and cons for both the approaches. A2A says there is governance is very tough over there, very tough to
Mm,
manage. Whereas in service now, since it's very rigid, very well defined, the governance part is very controlled and very easy. That's why enterprise
mm.
like this one. They want a control.
So when you say governance, it
Mm.
means we need governance in the AI sector as well. Like we have governance in
Obvi-
our processes, our platform governance, our technical governance. So same thing is applicable for AI governance as well.
Yes, I'll tell you. For example, if your AI model, you're developing
Hmm.
your imagine without governance, you're quickly jumping. Someone got an idea in the overnight, in the night. Tomorrow, your CEO, he was sleeping in the night. He got an idea. Tomorrow, he went to your department and he said that, oh, look, we have to develop this AI. They jump in and they
Okay.
invest $1 million and they have that's a hypothetical situation. Okay.
Okay.
They created it and they invested into production. Now imagine what is the impact of this one? No governance, right? They developed some excellent model, but imagine because of that AI in banking, you are rejecting application from certain group of people. For example, in AI,
Hmm.
you need a model, right? Example, uh, it says any immigrants who are migrated to Australia or some country, their application should get rejected without even looking at it. Don't you think that
Okay.
is against the policy of the company? Now, if the company knows, if the regulatory board knows that there is certain things are happening, immediately there is a penalty on that bank.
Yes.
That means to avoid that penalty, you need a governance. That is regulatory governance. Now come to data quality. Now there are technical governance. There are data governance. Many
Okay.
type of governance exist. If you don't do that way, your AI will never. And also um, imagine you are developing AI with no goal. What is the use of developing an AI without goal just
Hmm.
because you want to pursue? That is also a loss, right? Your governance also says that you should have a definite measurable goal, but you don't have a goal
Okay.
here, right?
Okay.
So these
Might
are
be,
the
might
types of
be, we can speak on this particular one little later as well. That
sure.
I'll invite you definitely because when we talk about the governance, it's very deep. To be frank,
Yeah.
be a consultant. I can understand that how governance is important in
Mm,
overall in any kind of implementation. Now,
mm,
again, I'm coming back on my same question. Can we discuss or can you give me few use cases name
mm,
which we can use for AI agent? At least it should give little idea to me and to my
mm.
colleagues who are watching you live that okay, this is the I also this can be a use case. This can be a use case, and we start thinking in that direction.
Okay. Okay. Let me explain you about. I just written. I
Sure,
have
if you want
just
to,
done
if you
some.
want to share some screen, definitely you can bring it.
I have actually. I don't know where did I kept it. Just a minute. I'm
Mhm.
just trying to get that one. Okay. Okay. Imagine. Um. Okay. Imagine there is a telecom network. You're
Mhm.
sitting at home. Okay. You're sitting at home, and by the way, we have implemented this one. You're sitting at home, and
Okay,
your setup box is not working. Right? It's not working.
right.
Then in that case, what you will do, you will immediately call to your customer care. Your
Correct.
say. Singtel. I'll call Singtel in Singapore. I'll call them up and tell them that, oh, look, this is not working. They'll raise a case, and immediately what it does is immediately it triggers a diagnostic workflow. Okay. What it checks is, it checks first of all whether the customer is valid account or not, having a valid account, what type of device they have. How do they
Okay.
check? Obviously, CSM has all the devices customer has purchased, right? It automatically checks that uh, purchase information.
Okay.
Okay. And then second, it checks the network performance. How do they check network performance? Using network monitoring system. How is the
Okay.
network monitoring? Network in that area or in that region for the customer, the pings are happening properly or not? They automatically check. The logs get captured by a AI agent. Okay.
Okay.
And the third one is, they also do check other things, other checks. And once they verify, first they will do check is device is working properly or not. If there is a hardware failure or a network failure, if it
Okay.
is a hardware failure, trust me, you will never get a ping back from the device.
Yes.
Okay. So that way they will conclude, because every 5 seconds it generates a logs. Okay, the device generates some certain logs, and the moment there is no log, they will understand there is some fault with the hardware. Okay.
Okay.
That way they will do the diagnostic. Second, if there is a network issue, it's very easy to track. Network monitoring systems, they again, there is a logs. They will identify that it is a problem with the logs. Okay.
Okay.
And that way they will do the diagnostic, whether it's a hardware failure or a network issue. Or there is a third type of
Hmm.
issue. He haven't done the payment, right?
Might
He
be.
haven't
And
done the payment.
connection has
Okay.
been abandoned, right? Okay.
Yeah. So that is the third thing they do. So these three things done by whom? AI agents within the agentic workflow. These
And
three things,
okay,
yeah.
sorry. To do these things, we have to
Mm.
give the instructions to our AI agent. Go to the user table, check the account, go to the setup box asset ID, check the status, go to the software and check it's the latest version available or not. So all these things we have to be give, and that is called instructions or the prompt. Is it right?
Not just prompt at all. Prompt is a
Okay.
very big thing. You have to actually integrate with external systems. You have to
Okay.
develop workflows, subflows. You have to use the your existing capabilities of ServiceNow, okay, workflows, and you have to integrate with the system. You have to keep monitor that log files. You have to do
So,
certain tasking and everything. You
so
have to do software engineering here.
it means if I'm working on the AI agent use case,
Mm.
more than a developer, a business analyst or the business process consultant is required who can understand the background process and convert that in a best English so that system can do that work.
I would say, in fact, both are equally required, because
Okay.
it's not about the plain English at all. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know
Technical
how
English
this.
as well. Technical. Okay.
Yeah, it is more. It is both English plus the workflows, tools, flow designers, and everything. Yeah,
Okay.
Sheikh, I'll get back to you with the GRC use case as well. I have a lot of them actually. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Now, do you have some kind of, because some Amit put a question that can we have a small demo of any use case? I'm sure demo we can't do, but do you have some kind of a flow chart? If I need to be go to my client, hey, this is what we are going to provide you. Can I follow something structure which is built by you, Rajesh?
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah. Let
plus minus we can do. Like, can you give me a kind of a now create standard format or the format so that I can use it in my account in my project?
right. Let me show you something. Okay.
Yep. And I have
Okay.
another question as well, otherwise I'll forget.
Mm,
When you talk about the use cases, and I saw your videos as well, you talk about the
mm,
value,
mm.
how you drive the value that this AI agent or this AI use case will drive this value, or how much it's
Okay.
going to value it.
Okay, value could be two things: tangible, non-tangible, right?
Okay.
Benefits, basically tangible, non-tangible.
Right.
Tangible is something which is measurable, non-tangible, something which is not measurable, right? Measurable is something which is you're giving a financial benefit to the customer, okay?
Okay.
And non-tangible is like reputation improvement, right?
Quality.
Customer service improvement,
Right.
quality
Okay.
improvement. Okay, now when I say quantifiable, how do I measure that? First of all, what I do is I um, I work with those people from on the ground. I work with those business users. In fact, my
Hmm.
latest video, it is taking more than 3 weeks of time. I'm working with a lot of people. They haven't gave me a time. Okay,
Okay.
and that is a very interesting use case, and that is going to save literally for the every customer $5 million for sure.
Oh,
And I can
nice.
prove it with the value. And how do I do that calculation? For example, what is his manual effort right now currently is doing with
Hmm.
ServiceNow without AI? How much
Okay.
he's investing? Okay, how much time he's putting? Say example, he is investing around around 2,000 hours per month.
Man hour.
His
Okay.
team
Per.
is per 2,000 efforts per month. Okay, now with the after implementing that, I can clearly demonstrate that okay, out of this 5 tasks I have automated 3 tasks. 2 tasks is still manual because human intelligence is required, human
Right.
intervention is required, some kind of human involvement is required. So we have reduced around 30 to 40%. That means 2,000 of 40% is around 600.
600 almost. 800 almost.
Yeah,
Right. 40% right.
800. Okay. So we have reduced that much. And now
Okay.
we hours into salary of that
Salary of each
candidate,
person. Okay.
right? We get the value that this saved, we would save this much. Now,
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing very beautiful. There are certain in magazines and in even I think Stanford said something, certain articles, right? That AI is collapsing and it's not working as intended, etc., etc. There are certain titles, right? If you look at those titles, read the entire article. They say one of the articles says, I think the Stanford says, without governance, AI will
Hmm.
not work. Okay, without a proper governance, AI is failing. Only it is giving 5% of result, 95% are failing
Feeling.
because
Okay.
lot of people are just for the sake of doing, they are
Show.
doing
Show
AI.
off. Show off.
Yeah, yeah.
Show off. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now coming back to the first question about, do you
Mm.
have any kind of a flow chart, something which you can show to us, or something
Yep,
picture which we
yep,
can use
yep,
it?
yep, yep. Yeah, yeah. Let me show you. Let me share my screen.
And someone just messaged me on the WhatsApp, hey, your face is so glowing because sun is shining now. It's not hot, it's shining.
Okay, nice. Okay, so here
I'm
I'll
not
tell
able to
you
see.
some.
Are you sharing your screen or
Okay,
something?
I'm going to
Yeah.
share my screen. Can you
Now
see
let
my
me
screen?
add. Yes, I did you.
Okay, okay. Now this is a basic skeleton of AI agents. This document I prepared it for my internal purpose. Okay, this is a basic skeleton. You can prepare it if audience want. Let's see here. I can share this with all the audience here. Okay. Um, the basic skeleton of any AI agent in ServiceNow, they follow this pattern. You name it, any use case will follow this pattern. Okay, so you can just, this is the basic skeleton. First, it start with a trigger. It could be a manual, schedule, or external or alert. Well, let me explain. Every AI use case starts with certain Trigger.
Right.
It could be a manual or like an end user asking at the chat in the virtual agent chat. They're saying that hey, my bank transaction is showing for. I'm showing that unnecessary deduction from my account. That's a manual, right?
Okay.
Schedule are scheduled jobs. You can
Okay.
trigger certain workflows at scheduled interval of time. External is nothing but your integration with external system. If something happens in that system, it will trigger your AI workflow here in ServiceNow. Okay, so that is how your first start with the trigger.
Okay.
Then your agentic workflow container starts. Okay, that agentic workflow will kick in, and then he will ask orchestrator to complete a work for me.
Okay,
I'm
to
using
assign
very
the
simple
agents.
language.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
please complete this. He will give you agentic workflow will give him a goal.
Okay.
Accomplish this. Now this guy will break that goal into certain task. This guy,
Okay.
he will choose which agent will do what type of work. Agent A will do this type of work, agent B will do this type of work, agent C. You can have many flows, many
Okay.
agents. It could be a parallel, it could be a sequential, whatever. Okay, so he will accomplish the work. From this guy will accomplish orchestrator, right, the music band, the
Yes.
orchestrator who, yeah, he's a guy. So he will accomplish the task from all the AI agents. And then now, AI agents will have two things in majorly. They have a context prompt. You remember I told you the prompt in LLM. Remember
Yes.
prompt
Yes. Yes.
token,
Yes.
and also the what is that? The prompt token, and the other one was the memory, short memory and long term reference memory. Okay, they have the prompt. Each agent has a certain prompt memory lookups. They have the tools. The tools, this one, right? We have search kb, record lookup,
Right.
flows,
Right.
subflows. So each agent has certain tools and they produce certain output. All the output get accumulated, aggregated, and that is routed to any other agent if required. Okay, if
Okay.
needed, that is again routed to some other agents. So
Hmm.
on, unless and until you achieve the final outcome. You
Output,
can
which
have
which which you mentioned, right? Okay.
yeah. Once you got the possible outcome, right? A possible outcome, the memory get updated. What do you mean by memory?
That your
You go,
this is data large long, no, not large.
y-
So your short-term memory, long-term memory, something is there, right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Now once this all things happen, once the solution get happen, the ticket get updated with the solution, right?
Hmm.
I'm giving just a final action. Or and then it display on UI assist, now assist, or virtual agent for the user to confirm. Okay, I reset your password, or I checked your for example, I'll give you one example which we done. When I say customer complained that, oh look, my what's that, in telecom, we say that it's not working, my we
Hmm.
is that people watch TV on that, right, setup
Set a
box,
box. Set a
right?
box.
My setup box is not working. Then immediately the AI agent goes and checks his network, he's check his hardware and
Right.
everything, and he found that he's still running on the old software, old version, old firmware.
Hmm.
Immediately update. He asked, look, you are running on the old firmware. He will respond back on virtual agent saying that, look, you are running on the old software, would you like me to update? He will say yes. Then immediately the moment he says yes, again this will trigger.
Trigger, right. The same cycle will be start.
Same cycle will trigger, keep triggering. So once the everything is achieved, the memory get updated. When you say memory update, now he's software got updated, right?
Hmm.
That will get updated in his cmdb or wherever is asset information piece.
Okay.
Okay, so that is
Okay.
how the basic skeleton of your anything, any agentic workflows. This is the basic skeleton of your agentic workflow.
Hmm.
Okay, take a business use case for banking. Okay, suppose there is a dispute, uh, credit card dispute, right?
Okay.
The customer raised a case on the banking event to banking web portal, and he said that, look, I'm having a dispute. First, what he will ask certain information, and the workflow will go, and he will ask the AI agent to verify the customer record first. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
first it will verify the customer record, and it will see the KYC and everything. Now what is MCP means? The my favorite topic. What is MCP
Oh,
means? Audience, anyone?
I have no idea. I'm hearing this word first time. The term.
MCP is a very beautiful topic. Very, very extremely beautiful topic.
Okay.
Actually, I would love to have a separate session only on that one, but I'm
We
going to
we will.
create some video. Yeah. Anyone, guys? MCP, Model Context Protocol. Even ServiceNow is including MCP in this Zurich version, in this latest version. That is what I got to know. I'm not sure. That's not a verified information. Okay, anyone?
Okay.
What is MCP?
Model
I want
context
you to.
protocol.
Yes. What is
Okay.
that?
Again, if I say context, like in which domain you're talking about, and protocol is kind of a rule.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, partially yes, but I'll tell you what it is. In ServiceNow, right? To get the data, suppose the ServiceNow need a data, right? If suppose I want to auto resolve the incident, my resolution should present in my knowledge base, correct?
Right.
Correct. So it is within the ServiceNow. But if it is outside of the ServiceNow, then ServiceNow use REST API or other integration capabilities
Yes.
to interact with the data and get the data, correct?
Correct.
But imagine MCP is the most advanced protocol. It is alternative of your REST API, say. REST API का alternative है ये. It is an
Oh.
alternative of, but MCP advantage is very, very dynamic.
Okay.
I'll tell you, for example, what you have in an regular integration is you define which, suppose ServiceNow to Jira, ServiceNow to
And
SAP,
it right.
service.
So we
Yeah,
define
you have to
field and
define
tables.
the payload and everything, etc., etc. A
Yes.
lot of things you have to define. Here, you define, you interact with all these five systems via MCP. And you don't have to, you from ServiceNow, you send the signal to MCP, say that
Okay.
pull the record from this table. That's it. You
Okay.
don't have to define any integration protocols, anything. It's like three systems. One is ServiceNow,
Oh.
middle one
Okay.
is MCP, and
MCP and
the
the external.
third one is all other applications. So beach ka
Hmm.
plugin, it's like an adapter, middle adapter,
Okay. Yep.
and it is actually creating lot of news these days.
Hmm.
So IBM used a lot of MCP's protocol-based AI agent models.
Wow.
We are developing everything on MCP.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
okay,
Good concept to be here.
yeah. So now what is happening MCP here? MCP is checking, MCP interacting with KYC system. Bank, they have their own KYC system, right? External system. They check there and they find out, okay, the customer is genuine customer, legitimate customer, and he has all the records properly fine. So the output got verified, correct? Then
Okay.
he will check transaction account. Okay, he will check the transaction account and he will see that okay, all these things seems to be fine. The transaction, the fraud transaction, right, which he is pointing out, it seems to be a fine or there is a problem. And there is also called fraud system. Every bank has it. I don't know what it,
Right.
there's certain algorithms. They give a score to a certain type of transactions. Like for example, if the transaction is from certain countries like Ghana or certain countries, they flag that as a
Fraud first.
certain, yeah, there is a certain suppose the transaction immediately high value transaction happened in the midnight, they even that
Hmm.
flag that as a fraud. So there are certain protocols, they
Okay.
check in that it is not it is says that okay, this is fraud or not, it will tell you that. Okay, and the resolution, they also check its internal KBs and articles to suggest what, if these are the two things, then what is the
Mhm.
next step of action. Okay, all goes and aggregates and then the outcome happens. Then it will
Got
tell
it.
whether it is a really a fraud detection, fraud transaction, or it is a not, something like that.
Hmm. Got it.
Okay, and I got something very interesting and I thought to share with you guys.
Sure.
This is for a BPC, right? For a
Mhm.
BPCs or for BAs, what to do for any new, if you got a new
Use
Suppose,
case.
yeah, new use case, or you haven't got a use case at all. Customer is asking you to do the workshop and let us know what you need for any workshops.
Okay.
Okay. So these are this table will help you to do any kind of requirement gathering, any
Hmm.
kind of. This
Okay.
is a playbook. Okay. For example, first you have to identify what is a trigger, what is a
Right.
problem, how does the problem start,
Okay.
whether it's a user raise system or a system alert or a schedule event. Okay. First one. Then you understand the main problem and you break down into piece by piece, like smaller pieces.
Got
Don't
it. Okay.
look at the bigger problem. I mean, look at the bigger problem by breaking into smaller pieces.
Small user requirements. Okay.
Yes. And then you define the AI agent for those each small task. Okay. And don't have, I would say, not to have more than 6 to 7 AI agents within the single agentic workflow.
Okay.
Don't have more than 6 to 7. You got me?
Got it with
That
you.
that that's that yeah, that's a more manageable from operational point of
Operation
view. From
perspective, right?
Okay, then you guide the orchestrator how this agent's going to communicate with each other.
Okay.
You
Means
define
what
here.
what is kind of a common between these agents so that they can communicate with each other, right?
No, basically what I mean is how the AI agent should speak to each other, like what output from one AI agent should go as an input to other, or
Okay.
will there be a sequential processing of AI agent, or will there
Mm-hmm.
be a parallel processing of an AI agent? That
Okay. Got
you have to
it.
define everything.
Got
See,
it.
here what you do is you trigger, analyze, you
Analyze.
break down big issue into small issues, and then you develop a small AI agents
Hmm.
based on this, and then you ask these guys, you set up a relation between using this one orchestrator
Okay.
logic.
Okay.
You define, you suppose that you defined around five AI agent, then you set up a communication protocol between these guys.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can keep human validation layer
It's
at any
required,
point
right?
of time.
Okay. Okay.
It is required. You can keep it at any layer. And
Got
the
it.
final closure and action. Okay. So you have to collect this information from every customer.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Nice.
please, the biggest point that I would say is, please don't develop the new things. There are many people who are just jumping to develop the new thing.
So,
Use the ServiceNow out of box item. There are plenty of them. That is more than enough to achieve lot of use cases. And trust me, in ServiceNow, when we got a project, we
mhm.
90% of things we achieved using out of box. We didn't build anything.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
90%.
so it means you have to be just see what is given by service now from the AI agent perspective, analyze that and
Yes.
use in your projects and use your use
Yes.
case.
Yes, use now assist skills for summarization and categorization. Use now AI agents, and you
Mhm.
may have to modify bit.
Definitely,
You have to
yes.
modify, yeah, you have to modify bit, and you have to do certain workflows, configurations. And if the system if the model involves taking a data from the outside, then you need to set up an MCP or a REST API or
Mhm.
workflows, integration hub, all these things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the
Nice.
thing.
Wow, I guess you covered one of the question raised by Sonam, and I have this question that being a BPC, what I have to be take care on this particular part. Okay, any thoughts on AI agent and the virtual agent connection? Any
Yeah,
thought
virtual
if you
agent.
any use
Okay.
case?
See, we now assist panel that is for the back
Hmm.
end, right? Virtual agent is for the front end, for the end users. Be it if it is a ITSM, then all your end users within the company, those are using virtual agent. If it is a
Okay.
CSM, right, the external users, right, they're using a virtual agent. And there are plenty of um, AI agents and sufficient analysis skills for virtual agent. Like for example, it automatically summarizes the entire conversation of a virtual agent.
Okay. Okay. One last question might be because we're already running over the time, and this is the
Yeah.
important question put by Sheikh.
Mm.
What is the learning path of AI in service now from zero to hero? Wow, nice one, nice line.
Nice
So,
question.
what your
Okay.
thoughts on this particular part, Rajesh?
Okay. Firstly, Sheikh, please understand, we are not doing AI at all. Okay. We are just consuming AI. So first,
Right.
with that mindset, you start the preparation. You're already good in software development, right? You're actually doing the same thing again now also. The
Mhm.
only difference is you know how to consume LLM. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you really want to understand, since you don't have a you don't have a AI agent in PDI, right? I'll give you the best way to learn. Go to N8N application, N8N.
And 8N.
Okay. N8N, it's the most simplest application to learn AI, how to develop AI agents. If you understand those topics, right, trust me, you will crack easily in ServiceNow AI. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
on this website, I can go and I can build my AI agents kind of stuff, or
Yes. It has even regular ready-made MCPs. Already,
oh,
the ready-made things are already there, and it's very easy to play. And generally, it is not used for enterprise level because enterprise take heavy load. In
yes.
enterprise, you have LangGraph. That is very, very powerful.
Okay.
LangGraph. We are using LangGraph and this Watson to develop
Okay.
AI agents. Yeah.
Good. I guess everything has been answered here. Let me see.
And one more thing, if anyone want to really uh, speed up your learning, right? Don't use ChatGPT. I would say more than a ChatGPT, use Notebook LLM. That
It is
is
something
my
like yes.
yeah, that is my favorite tool than ChatGPT. I spend a lot of time in Notebook LLM. You take the source, you take the document what you want to learn, like you take a document from Now Create or from other places. Even you can take YouTube videos. You put all your link sources in that Notebook LLM, and it will give you beautifully a very good learning material for you to learn.
Mm,
Yeah, because Chat
nice.
GPT, he give a broad, take a broader context. It may
Okay.
wrong or right, but Notebook
Yes.
LLM is exactly straight to the point.
Okay. Uh, sh- One more question might be it's not relevant, but any idea about the vibe coding? Have you heard that word vibe coding something?
No, no, no.
Sorry, Sheikh. So because Rajesh is mainly from the AI perspective, definitely I know that this term is very means vibe coding something where you give some prompt to the agent or the chat GPT kind of thing, and they create the code for you. That is what the vibe coding means. A fancy word is going here nowadays. Okay. One more question
Okay.
from Ganesh. Kindly please suggest some good course on the prompt engineering. Wow, nice.
Prompt engineering. Prompt engineering. I, for anything learning, I would say, I mean, to be frank, I don't have any specific topic, any specific thing on this, but I would suggest go to Coursera or Coursera. That's the best for me. I mean, at least for me, I learned a lot of AI things from Coursera.
Okay. So anything just to be typed like prompt engineering kind of stuff if I quite and these courses freely available or they have to pay something
No, they're monthly subscription.
or
And
the
uh, and
course
and if you and by the way, previously, I think 2 years back, I don't know what is now current situation. 2 years back, if you don't want any certificates from there, then it is free.
okay. So
Yeah,
if you want to still
it,
learning means we
yeah.
so might be Ganesh to you can because I during my research I had to be go through few courses predefined courses from the Coursera as well and it was free for me at point of time might be you can check by logging the Coursera create your account and see are able to access and I'm sure that nowadays a lot of companies has a collaboration with LinkedIn Learning and the Coursera as well where they provide the free courses as well so it might be you can check with the company as well if not you can see if by creating a personal account are able to access few of the courses. I'm sure there must be few courses freely available as well. Every knowledge hub has few courses and few other paid one as well. Good. Can you please tell me the use case of AI for the business analyst that can actually help me to improve my requirement gathering analysis? I use ChatGPT, believe me. I just write the story and just enter it and say, refine it and make a good use case from the AI, sorry, from the agile perspective. Any thoughts on your perspective on this particular part, Rajesh?
Yeah, what I suggest is reduce the prompt length. The
Okay.
only suggestion, reduce the prompt length. It will give you more realistic. See, the thing is, what I learned from my papers is put the context. Context means a role, user, what, okay, and
Persona,
put,
role, user.
yeah, person or whatever, and reduce the length of the your. In fact, you can ask ChatGPT actually, please generate the prompt for this one. You know what?
Oh,
How, yeah, and it will give you the correct prompt, and then you re-hit back that prompt back to the ChatGPT.
and get the finest result.
Yes, yes.
Now
Fine
I'm,
tune the prompt.
yep. Now I'm thinking that all this work need a very strong governance actually, because
Yes,
getting the accurate results is not only the data, the governance also play a very vital role to maintain, to refine, to rebrand, refurbish this data so that it can be give the accurate results. Good one. Nice. Okay, so I guess we all done here. Any last thoughts from your perspective on this particular part, Rajesh?
I think thank you so much. I'm so excited to see the participations of people
Yes.
here. Yeah, I really, I felt very nice. And there is a question from Manoj. Does we are using RAG in service now? RAG is now changed to search retrieval. Yes, it is. I mean, the term is started different. Term is different, but yes, it is a RAG.
Okay, got it. Fine. So might be a lot of things we have to be work
Yes.
to
Yeah,
be go
Manoj,
back.
are you guys using the Raptor DB? We are using different types of DBs, not just Raptor DB. You're talking in terms of service within ServiceNow, yes. Outside of ServiceNow, we are using different DBs.
Might be. So might be, Manoj, you can connect with Rajesh on the LinkedIn as well. Okay, and he can give you more details on this particular part. Okay, so Rajesh, as per the tradition, we're at the end of the session now. Let's take 10-20 second pause, and it's time to be say thank to the God, because from the last almost 1 hour, 17 minutes, 25 seconds, we're just speaking, and sharing our knowledge. So let's thanks to the God for these words, power, strength, and then finally and formally we close the session as well.
So, so
One more question. Without integration in place, it is possible to create an AI agent in service now.
yeah,
I
I
guess
mean
if
that's a
if
basic question, right? Yes,
yeah,
yes. I mean, if your use case doesn't require
third party,
getting the
right?
data from outside, then yes, it is possible. Like for example, you want to resolve the incidents and your solutions is all available in your knowledge base, then yes, answer is yes.
Okay, good. Okay, then. So, Rajesh, thank you so much once again for coming on the podcast, sharing your wide length of knowledge. I can say not a knowledge, a wide and deep length of knowledge with community here. And thank you so much to the community members who joined: Ganesh, Mahesh, Amit, Ajay, Nikhil. I see a lot of people as we will drop off as well. So now, hopefully, you get some idea from this particular part. And don't worry, I'm getting Rajesh again on the podcast to be go more on the deep dive perspective. Not immediately, soon I'll get him. After 2 weeks, I'm bringing one more amazing speaker from the Gen AI perspective, and you will see the flyer out on the channel soon. Once again, thank you so much,
Nice.
Rajesh. Enjoy your Bangkok official trip. It's a weekend. You can enjoy your unofficial trip as well. Go. Okay. and see you soon sometime in person as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye
Sure.
bye.
Thank you.